All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Liberty Zabala. I'm a reporter and weather anchor with Fox 5 San Diego, and I'm so honored to be with all of you here today for this special celebration. I am a first-generation Filipina American. My mother is from Manila, and my father was from Pangasinan, and I am so proud of my Filipino roots. So this is a very special day. Thank you for joining Councilmember Chris Cate's proclamation presentation celebrating Arnel Pineda and commemorating Philippine Independence Day. San Diego City Council member Chris Cate is the first Asian American to serve on San Diego's City Council in more than 50 years. Chris Cate is a second-generation Filipino American representing the 6th Council District, where 1 in every 3 residents is of Asian American descent. It is my honor to introduce Councilmember Chris Cate.
Thank you, Liberty, and thank you everyone for joining us, and thank you to Arnel. Thank you so much for agreeing to be a part of this and allowing us to really celebrate you. I just wanted for you, Arnel, and for everyone, just to introduce you to the people that are here. This is my wife, Maria, and these are our children. This is our daughter, Madison Rose, who
Hello, hi.
And this is Mason James. He just turned 3 months. Wow. So we have a new and growing family, but I really wanted just to thank everyone and thank you for being a part of this. Philippine Independence Day is important for us here in San Diego. We have quite a bit of Filipino Americans throughout San Diego, and the district I represent, Arnel, is primarily Filipino Americans. And I think everyone on this call is doing everything in our power really to try to promote the Filipino culture here in San Diego, and as well figure out a way that second and third generation Filipino Americans can give back to the Philippines. A number of us have gone back to the Philippines multiple times to figure out a way to connect to our roots and to showcase our heritage and learn more about the motherland and learn more about where we come from and the culture and what it means to be Filipino. And I think us in trying to figure out a way to celebrate this Philippine Day under the current circumstances and as well highlight and showcase people who are doing amazing things in the Philippines. We really wanted to thank you for being a part of this and allowing us as the city of San Diego to honor you and to celebrate you. We do have a proclamation from the city of San Diego.
Wow.
Whereases that are on here, where it says, whereas the San Diego region has long been a destination for Filipino immigrants and boasts one of the largest concentrations of Filipino Americans in the entire United States. And another whereas, blessed with the ability to give back, Arnel Pineda mobilized his team to join the battle against poverty and its ensuing havoc on Philippine youth. And whereas Arnel Pineda Foundation is a non-stock, non-profit, independent Philippine foundation that provides underprivileged children quality education, health services, and medical attention. Arnel's ongoing tenure as frontman of the American rock band Journey has allowed many individuals with shared goals to know him and join him in helping children rise above their circumstances. And whereas the city of San Diego is honored to recognize prominent Filipinos, such as Arnel Pineda, that have contributed so much to our society, now therefore be it proclaimed by the city of San Diego that this council, for and on behalf of the people of San Diego, does hereby proclaim June 12th, 2020 to be Arnel Pineda and Philippine Independence Day in the city of San Diego.
Yay.
Wow. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm somehow speechless, but just want to thank you all, especially you, Chris, and your beautiful family for including me as as the person there in San Diego. I mean, I feel like I'm one of the citizens already of San Diego. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely.
What an honor. What an honor. What an honor. Thank you.
I think we're going to do questions. Yeah, we're going to do questions.
Yes, let's start
Yeah,
Q&A then.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I do have a question, Arnel. First of all, your voice is amazing. I love all the
Oh,
songs you
thank
sing
you.
on Journey. Amazing voice. And as you
I'm just
know,
trying to do my job.
yeah, as you know,
Just trying to do
uh,
my job.
as Filipinos, we are musical people, right? We
We are, yes,
it
definitely.
it's almost like we
Yeah,
are born with a karaoke mic
yeah,
right when
yeah.
we're out of the womb. That's what I joke as.
Even,
Um,
even without a karaoke back then, we like to sing on the street. If you remember, everybody's like, just gathering together and then having the guitar, then just sing anything.
Absolutely. And that's why I kind of wanted to ask you about your musical roots in the
Yeah.
Philippines. Um, so how did that contribute to your success today? And I know you also have a very humble background where at one point you were homeless as well. Did music kind
Yeah.
of help you through as well?
I think it was the biggest influence in my life. Music, uh, especially to get through the hardships that I went through in life. I think it's a music that has saved me. And because being sad, being happy, being being having anxiety about life. It's I would just turn to music, and everything negative would go away. That's how music is to me, and it, it's been my best friend ever since. Not without not not saying that I don't have a best friend, but it's like it's like it's above. It's really the one that has helped me to get through a lot of struggles in life. I I started with Beatles. I started with, and then went on to Barbra Streisand, Carpenters, and then went on to local music here in the Philippines, and then till I got introduced to a lot of rock and roll music from America. So it was like it was so rich for me. It truly is music. It's the one that has changed my life, and made me realize that it is my destiny to be a music man.
I don't know how to, do I just raise my hand?
So yeah, so I think
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay,
I think that's Steve and then Melissa.
got it.
My turn pala. Hello, Arnel. Long
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
good. See you again. Before I jumped on, I listened to the new song to Your Soldiers in Gandasha.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
tell us about it. It has a meaning. It has a really nice meaning and beautiful. Sure, they'd love
That
to hear about it.
that song was like accidental. I was just I was just in my room, and then thinking about how great our frontliners around the world trying to fight it off for us, the dreaded virus. It was like I was just so amazed how dedicated they are, and like, and how I'm just so touched, and how they are willing to sacrifice their own lives and their time with their family, just to just to save people getting sick, getting infected. And so all the words came like flowing in my head, and I had to type it to my iPhone, and then like I felt like I have to share it to the world. So I posted it on Facebook, and then this guy, he's like uh he works for ABS-CBN, Jonathan Manalo. So he saw it, and he commented that the words are good, and they're great, and it's a good like homage for frontliners. So, and then I told him, hey, I actually have a melody for that poem. So would you like to listen to it? And then so from there and there on, we started communicating, and and before I knew it, it's a song already. So that's what happened.
Galing siya. It's a good song.
Yeah. Thank you.
I think we have Melissa next, and then Audi next.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Arnel, Melissa, Missy.
Marissa.
I'm great. I'm glad to see you. I've seen you in
Oh.
concert 5 times back when the first time when you had
Wow.
long hair.
Really
still.
long hair.
Yeah.
And I have white hair.
Yes. So a couple questions. One, I've seen you here a couple times in San Diego. What do you think of San Diego? I'm pretty sure you didn't have too much time to check the city around, but wanted to see what you thought of San Diego.
Well, it's like the very, very upscale version of Manila. And then with the addition of the beautiful coastline, and I mean the beaches, and I love it. I've stayed there for like I don't know 10 times, because every year we don't miss San Diego, so we stay there. And then I can't help but go around when I'm there. So I look, and it's like window shopping with the houses and the malls, and it's I love it. It's a paradise for retirees. Maybe one day I'm going to retire there.
Oh yeah. When are you coming back?
Yeah. Well, since our tour this year has been completely canceled because of the pandemic. If ever we find the cure or the vaccine against this pandemic, we might try to come back summer next year. So that's the plan. But if not, we have to wait. We all have to wait. We have to think about our health first before the fun stuff. I know it's been turning everyone into a bit crazy, but we have to endure and be more patient.
Awesome. So next we have our Consul General, Arnel, Audi de Castro.
Magandang
Hello.
umaga, Arnel. How are you?
Magandang umaga po sa inyo.
During this period of time, we all need a little inspiration with the pandemic and all the riots that are going on and protests. And I have to say, I was really inspired to read your story and know all about it. But what I'm really curious about is how was it when they called you, when Journey called you? Like, I sort of want to hear what they said and how you felt about that, because I have to imagine that must be one of the most exciting things that could happen to a person.
But for me, it wasn't one of the most exciting. It was like I'm kind of bewildered and kind of like it was just so weird, because why in the hell someone like Neil Sean would call me and ask me to come to San Francisco next week, next weekend, and try out for the post, as the frontman for them. And because the first thing I told him is like, Neil, it's impossible for me to come there next week, because we Filipinos, when we apply for visa, it takes at least 3-6 months to get approved, or never, or we might get denied, but for a reason that the embassy cannot say. So it was like hard, and then he was like, no, we need you next week. Like, he was so adamant about it, and he was persistent. And then I told him, it's like, I told him, well, maybe you could use your lawyer, and I could look for a lawyer here with my managers, and then see what happens. But it was like everything that has just transpired between us, the conversation was just so surreal. It was like, I can't believe it. I even came to the point, to challenge him to like a face-to-face, like a FaceTime, so I could really know that he's really the guy I know, the guitar player from the band, because I told him I know I know the face of Neil Sean, and you should show me your face like that, you know. So, but then he was laughing his ass off, and he was saying like, you know, no, I'm the real guy. I'm you know, so please believe me, you know. So you got to come here next week. It's like,
I mean,
but
did
it
your
was
phone just ring and you said hello and?
no, I actually replied to my friend, and my friend forwarded the email to him, you know. So because I said, okay, tell this to him, because I, I I don't know, I do not want to believe my friend, you know, but because just for the sake of our friendship,
Mhm.
that okay, I'll give in to your, you know, to your request. I'll write this, and then like after like 5 minutes, he called, and you know, and that was it.
Wow, this is fascinating.
Yeah, weird, yeah. And weird too, you know. I mean, how could an iconic band like Journey would, you know, you would call it? It was just, I don't know, because I've ever since, you know, you know, as a singer, as the cover singer from the Philippines, we I'm just a fan, you know. And then I would try to mimic, or you know, I would try to emulate everything that, you know, all the American bands are doing, you know, like especially all the great ones, Steve Perry and Wilson, uh you know, and then the European bands like U2, Duran Duran back then, and Scorpions. So for me, they're like, they're my models, you know. They're my idols. So it was I would just content myself watching them on, you know, and the VHS back then in the 80s. You know, I would watch with my bandmates, and we would just like, gosh, I wish we are like them. You know, we can do big, you know, big stage and big crowd, and you know, it's we kind of, you know, kept dreaming about it. And you know, so for me to become a part of that culture, a part of that like stage or act, it was like, it was something like, you know, coming out of a movie, you know, like a Cinderella story. So it was just like, just surreal. So every night that I would come to stage and sing with them, I'm still pinching myself until now every night. Even the last show that we did in Las Vegas, it was like, oh my God, I'm doing this again with the band, you know. It's just like, I'm just so every day I'm just grateful. I'm just thankful. And for me, it's like, you know, they've been asking me to change my citizenship to you know. And then e- every time I would just keep myself, you know, silent, because inside me I'm just saying, I'm saying, you know, I want to represent the Filipinos, you know, because for me, it I just I just want to keep being me, a Filipino, mixed with them, you know, and then doing, you know, singing for hundreds of thousands of people, you know, is like giving hope to Filipinos like me, who's been striving so hard, who's been struggling to to get recognition, you know, all their lives, but then nothing, you know. So I want to be one of their beacon of hope, and I hope I'm doing it, you know.
That's a great story.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's very
Thank you.
inspiring. So I think we have Jason next, and then Alfred after that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Councilmember Cate, for having all of us here today.
Hi.
And
How you doing, man?
very, very appreciative of having all our community here. And
Thank
Clea
you.
Arnel, I have to thank you for having, you know, for bringing so much joy and music to a lot of our homes here in San Diego and across the world. And
Yeah.
you touched upon a couple different things. And I think for many, not just, you know, San Diegans or Filipino Americans, but for anybody that's looking to pursue their dreams that's Filipino, you know, what words of inspiration do you have talking about your dreams? All of us, not all of us could, you know, I think our karaoke days might be done, but for a lot of Filipino Americans, what words of inspiration do you have for many of us to pursue your dreams?
I think it's about your passion. You know, it's you believing in yourself. You know, it's no matter what kind of gift you got from God. I think be about science, about math. You know, if you want to be an engineer, if you want to be a scientist, if you want to be a fashion designer, if you want to be like a bass player, a guitar player, or a singer, ultimately, I think it's about your belief in yourself. You gotta be at least 1,000% believing in yourself, and this passion, it has to be authentic. It's all about yourself, honing yourself, and a lot of hard work. It's just it. There's no really secret formula. And then I think it's the 50% is luck, because with me, I know, I believe for the past before Journey found me, it was like since 1985 that I started, you know, performing professionally at Shakey's in Cubao and Manila, Quezon City.
Wow.
Yeah, it was there. Shakey's in the Philippines, just like, you know, there's a live band they're performing, you know, while the customers are eating pizzas and drinking beer. So since then, you know, I've worked so hard. I was very professional with my work, always on time, and I had to make sure that I've rehearsed all the songs that I'm going to perform on stage. So it's about it. And then, you know, I was found in 2007, so it was like almost 20 years of trying my best, you know, to get noticed. But it was until YouTube came, and then Nielsen used it, and then so I think you shouldn't lose hope, no matter what you hear from other people, because I think your best critic and your best friend is yourself and your talent. So you gotta believe in yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next we have Alfred, then Michelle, then Eileen. We're gonna unmute you in a second. Sorry, give us a second.
That's okay.
There we go.
You know, yeah. Go ahead.
How are you?
Hi.
Hi. On behalf of the CSDFA, Phil American Employee Association, we are starstruck. I'm just telling you how starstruck I am.
I'm starstruck as well. Thank you.
Anyway, I'm honored, and I just want to throw a quick shout out to you. You have been an inspiration. Very proud of what you've accomplished. It's like we're all there with you. I got to watch you live in Vegas. Loved it.
Thank you.
Watched it, everything. And always been a big fan of Journey songs. It's timeless, and for you to continue it, and it is just something that I just want to say. I know we're getting recorded, and I'm going to be happy to replay everything I said to you, because it's coming from the heart. I'm a big fan of what you do, and thank you for all you've done, making the Filipino proud, and also showcasing what we're all about. And it's not just the talent, Arnel, that I see in you. It's the humility and the your humbleness is what brings us even more authentic. So I think Journey did a right call, hit the jackpot, and
no, but Journey has saved me. It was yeah. Truly. I think I was on the verge of complete obscurity, and I'm just about. I decided to leave with my wife the Philippines and just come back to Hong Kong, because I'm a Hong Kong permanent resident, and I just want to be there, and because nothing is happening to me. I almost lost hope, and the only thing that I held on to is my singing. it's my love for music, and I know if I go to Hong Kong, it would still save me. So like I said, like 30 minutes ago, an hour ago, and we've been talking. It's the music that has saved me. I mean, it's been my best friend, and now it's journey. It has saved me in a lot of way, and then and it gave my wife, my kids, a better chance of of fighting life. I mean, you know how cruel life could be. If you know.
I just want to say thank you for everything you do. Now, you did mention you sing some Scorpions. Boy, would I
Yeah, I
love to
did.
see
I did.
that.
Yeah.
But
Oh my God. Yeah.
do you have something
I
in
love
YouTube?
Scorpions.
Look for it.
What's your favorite song from Scorpions?
Oh, here we go again. Wait for the start.
Oh, was that? Here I am, rock you like a hurricane, right?
Everybody, put your hands up. There we go.
Or I
Thank
find
you.
some time to be alone. Know that, right?
Be careful, they might call you now.
Yeah, when the smoke's going down, I love them.
Awesome.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay.
So we have Michelle and then Eileen next.
All right.
Great.
Hi, Arnel.
Hi.
Oh my
Hello.
gosh. What a moment. You know, our daughter bought tickets for us for this concert in San Diego last Christmas. And I was so bummed.
Last Christmas.
Yeah, I was so bummed it had to be canceled. But with this Zoom, thanks to Councilmember Chris Cate, what an opportunity for us to be sharing Zoom with you right now. I can't believe. But I just want to say, Alfred pretty much said everything. You are a true inspiration with your remarkable personal life story, a true success. And, you know, we're such a huge Journey fan. I was one since, gosh, since the 70s. And to watch the movie, Don't Stop Believing, that is truly the epitome of your personal life story and success. And again, you truly inspire us, and I wish you more success, good health, and you're a good family man too.
Thank you. I'm trying my best. I'm not perfect, but I'll take it. It's everything in life, to be a father, to be a husband, to be a good friend to your friend, or to be a good part of the community, and to be like a giver. It's a learning process. I'm willing to learn.
You're a good role model and a beautiful person inside and out. Just one quick question. How does Journey treat you, the band?
Come again? How
does the band members treat you?
Oh, they're great. I mean, they have so much respect to what I could put on the table with them. That's why I'm just every time I'm with them, I feel so overwhelmed, and at the same time I'm trying to keep it inside that I was a huge fan first before a member of the band. So it's like every time, like I said, I keep pinching my skin, because I can't believe I'm with them, and so it's every day with them is like a fantasy, That's how it is. That happens.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you. I'll see you next year.
Before we get to Eileen, again, if you have a question, click on the hand raise icon that you have on your screen, and then we'll get to you and unmute you. But next we have Eileen.
Hi, Arnel. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Hi, just along with my colleagues from the City of San Diego's Film Employee Association, I just want to say congratulations for your recognition today. Thank you for joining us.
Honored.
Thank you so much.
Honored. Thank you.
We're so proud of you. I have light questions, nothing heavy. But
go ahead.
I do have one burning question. I know you met Steve Perry.
Yes, I did at the
about maybe performing together.
Yeah, the Barclays Center, I guess. I wish we could perform together. It's what I have a story to tell. It was 2005. I lost my voice because of acid reflux, because I've, while performing every day for like from Monday till Saturday in Hong Kong, it's like it's part of the gig to to be drinking with with the customers so eventually it took a toll on me, lost my voice, and so what happened is can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened is I lost my voice, so I was forced to resign and leave my work and go back to the Philippines. And the night before I have to fly back to the Philippines, me and my friends were drinking, and I was like a bit tipsy already, and I was just saying, I'm like, guys, I'm so bummed out. I'm so sad. I'm so upset because I never even had the chance. Because I was kidding to them. I was like joking. I never even had the chance to sing along, to sing side by side with Steve Perry before before losing my voice. So yeah, it was a real story. So, and then I went back to the Philippines, and and then that was it. And I didn't know, after 2 years, I have to talk to Neil Sean and invite me over to San Francisco to to audition for the post.
Yeah. So, is there any venue in the whole world that you still feel like you want to perform at, to just kind of put that cherry on top of your accomplishments?
Oh my God. Where? I don't know. It's is that the Royal Albert? What is that? We haven't performed there yet.
Okay.
It's in London. That's
Nice.
the one. Yeah. The one I saw on video, like Adele sang on. So I think it was one of the plays. But oh my God, I don't know what to wish for at this point in my life. My God, for 12 years now, 13 years now with them, we've been to the worst and best stage in the world. So I can't ask for more. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can answer my. So they've taken me around the world, and and I represented the flag of the Philippines around the world almost, except Eastern Europe and Africa.
Okay.
We have to be there. Yeah.
Okay, last question. You mentioned Duran Duran because I love Duran Duran.
Oh yeah, I used to sing. Save a Prayer and what's that? Reflex. A lot. Is there something you should know?
Have you met
Ordinary
them?
World. No. When we were in South America, we were like this, crisscrossing, and I would see them in the venue that they would sing this night, and then we would sing the next night. It's like that. Never met. And then I watched them for the first time in Manila, here in Manila, Quezon City. And you must know Araneta Coliseum. You must have heard of it. I think 3 years ago, or 4 years ago. It was amazing.
All
I was
right.
singing every song they were singing.
Thank you, Arnel. Thank you.
Thank you, Eileen. Next we have Hula, then Lauren, then Deb.
Yeah.
Hi, Arnel. How are you doing?
Hey, man. How you? I'm good. I'm good. You?
Good. I think the last time I talked to you was on the radio. I actually used to work for a radio morning show, and we talked to you about the band Journey because we played Journey on the radio station. But could you? Eileen actually took my question about Steve Perry, so I'm going to go a little deep.
Go ahead.
When you started with Journey, like I heard, obviously, that a lot of the fans, seeing you were a person of color now taking over the role of Steve Perry, like, how did you deal with that? Or did you get that backlash? Or, how did you deal with that time?
You know what? It was just amazing that it was the last thing in my mind to worry about. What I'm more back then, what I'm really worried about is how I'm gonna pull this off. You know, the performance part, the voice. You know, how I'm gonna deliver this to the fans, because I know that they want to kill me. You know, if I make mistakes, and then they'll butcher me right there on stage. But you know, I guess God was very supportive. I kept praying. You know that. He helped me when it's time for me to be on stage and perform the songs, and it's like he gave me the soul that I needed to be able to channel that to all the people, to give it. And then, you know, I guess I at least 95% of the people felt that soul, and you know they got it. You know, they know that, oh, you know, I'm giving it, so they might as well have fun while in the show. You know, it's like that. It's like they did. It was like I don't know. It was like it was just amazing. It was like, you know, the power of prayers, the power of hard work, and then the power of, like, you know, I was just so focused, and then I never gave any worry to, you know, what the people would say, you know, what the hardcore fans would tell me, you know. So I just went on being a professional. I guess it also paid off that, you know, I've been singing the song since I was like on my shorts. You know, I was like 11 or 12 years old. My friends telling me, hey, why don't you sing this new song from Journey, you know, the Open Arms. So it was the first song that was introduced to me. So yeah, it was like long. I mean, the experience of the 20-year experience of singing on stage and facing people who are really rude. I'm a drunk, rude. Back in the days when I used to sing in Shakey's back then, the people are so rude, especially when they get drunk already. They would, like, right out, they would tell you, you know, to piss off the stage because you sound awful, like that. So I got used to that. So I have made me tough.
Right on. Yeah. No, that's good. It's a great inspiration for young people, because I know a lot of young people will be able to look up to you and go, okay, you've been on countless bands, and then boom, you hit a big journey. So applause to you.
You gotta bleed first before you before you celebrate, you know.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Hula. So we have Lauren and then Deb.
Hi,
Chris, I
Arnel.
can't. Okay. Hi.
It's truly an honor for all of us as leaders. You're really speaking to us with open arms, so it's a dream come true.
The honor is mine. Thank you.
And again, you are a leader for so many of our generations. You've connected so many of our families through your music.
Really, I am. No.
So I'm so excited to tell my family and show them this. A lot of people are definitely going to be watching in our communities, and you know what we're going through these times. We're going through together, and
it's really tough.
Especially
here in the Philippines, it's you know, it's just hard.
I have family
Go ahead.
in the Philippines as well, so I really want to share this with them. But yeah, I think my question really relates to these times. It relates to your lyrics and how it connects us and all of our families together. Is there like a particular set of lyrics that you want to share with us as a meanings of hope to get through and get through this together?
I guess it's you know, don't stop believing, and maybe this song from Beatles, you know, Let It Be.
Absolutely.
You know?
Well, it's really.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. You know, in times of trouble like this, you know, for all of us, I think somewhere, someone, whatever, I mean, an energy or a force will come to us, and you know, it will save us if we truly believe, if we have faith that we will be saved and we will do something about it. I think we will be saved.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. It means the world. And I think we're all going to be sharing that special message with all of our friends, our families in the community.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lauren.
You're
Next
welcome.
we have Deb and then Chasen.
Hi, Arnel. Hi, everyone. This is Deb. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you for being with us today. It's such an inspiration to have you
Thank
join
you so
us.
much too.
I actually represent and sit on the board for an organization called Pacific Arts Movement here in San Diego. And about 8 years ago, we featured "Don't Stop Believing: Every Man's Journey," your documentary film.
Wow! All right, thank you.
Yeah, and
but there'll be a movie soon.
Watch
out.
Good. Well,
A
maybe
movie.
we'll have to invite you.
It's my story. My story, really.
Great.
Yeah, from my humble beginning here in Manila until I got there in the States. It'll be a movie now.
Oh, great. Well, then I'll have to pass that on. Maybe we'll have to have you back for opening night for that when that comes out.
Why not?
Thank you. But I just wanted to say thank you for all that you do. I've been a Journey fan since the 80s. I've seen you numerous times in concert, but really I think this day and age you really are giving our culture hope. And it's just a breath of fresh air. So I just wanted to say thank you. No questions, but just a big round of applause and thank you for what you do.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right, next we have Chasen.
Hi, Arnel. It is an honor.
Hi.
You're a true
how you doing,
inspiration.
man?
Doing well. You'd said you had been performing for 20 years, keeping the faith before you had your big break. How do you combat those nerves? Right, you're going into these big arenas. There's so many people seeing you. Your lead singing. How do you stay focused? How do you stay calm? Like remember the lyrics? Because I can only imagine the adrenaline rush you feel. The crowd. How do you try and stay composed?
I just do it. It's like, I think the only one of the few times that I was like nervous, almost about to die, feeling, like almost wanted to back out and run away, go straight to the airport and fly back to Manila moment. It's like when I did my very first show with them in Chile. I was at. And then after that, and then I figured out, because I sense it, and then because the Chileans gave it to me, that I could give it the soul that they needed to hear from the band, that sound, that's distinct sound that the Journey was able to develop, and that's became their brand. I knew then that I could do. So it gave me a bit of a confidence, and then from then on, it's like I focused on that moment. Every time I would focus, if I could give my that sound tonight, I will be good. That's the one that's always on my mind. Every time for the past 13 years, it's always like that. I'm just gonna give the sound to them, and I'm good. And then I'm gonna mix a bit. I'm gonna mix a bit of Arnel there. My antics, my movements, and that's it.
That's awesome. Like I said, your inspiration. I can only imagine how difficult it must be performing in front of those large crowds.
Yeah, I tell you what, like a third of me is thinking how hard it is, how tough the pressure is. Yeah, but 5 or 10 minutes before the show, I try to raise that third of me, and then just focus on performing the brand, the sound. That's it. And I feel so lucky to, in a way, because I remember just one story. Please bear with me. Back in Hong Kong, before I lost my voice, I was saying this, 2005. There was this guy who came to me. He saw, I don't know, maybe he's an American. He requested to me a song, Separate Ways. And, I sang it. Because first time I sang it, because the last time I sang it was like, in the 90s, around 91, 92. And, so I don't know if I could still sing it because I felt my voice has changed already. And then after I performed that song, Separate Ways, and he told me, oh my God, you should sing for Journey because they have no singer right now. That's what he said. For real. I'm not even kidding. He was like, for real. He was really? But then, like I told myself, well, I'm losing my voice. How can I? Because it was like, because he gave me a good chunk of tip. That's why I was forced to sing it. And he was like, he told me like, thank God I pulled it off,
Awesome. So I think probably our last question, and we want to be respectful of your time, Arnel, is from John.
Hey Arnel, thank you so much for being here. Just a quick question.
Hey John.
Just a quick question for you. So starting with your humble background, going from that to the lead singer of Journey, how drastically did your life change, and was it hard to adjust to that lifestyle?
At first it was really hard. But it was so hard too when I was doing my gig in Hong Kong because I have to do gig from Monday to Saturday. The only day off I have is like Sunday, and then I have to sing like from 8 o'clock in the evening until like 3 o'clock in the morning from Monday to Saturday. That was even tougher because I have to sing at least 6-7 songs per set. So it was like added up 4 sets would be like 40-45 songs, depends. So, but this one is like the major league. It was even harder because back in Hong Kong, I have to start slow, I have to start like really low-key song. But here, it was like you have to start really like high adrenaline, high pumping singing already. And that's the one that you have to get yourself ready every time. And then you have to do it like 5 times a week. Shows, Yeah, so it was tough at first. I would get sick, and then there are days that, oh my God, I almost have no voice. And then I was panicking. I have to do everything. It's just like, I feel like if I had to take like this big palm of drugs just to make myself feel better that night, I would do it. But, I was like, it was a lot of prayer and a lot of preparation. It was just, the pressure was like really high. But like the other guys asked me, I focused on, I'm going to try to bring the sound up there. And, I was praying a lot. I prayed a lot.
Thank you. So I think our last question is going to be from Tony Elias. Kuya Tony.
Oh, hi Arnel, how are you?
Hi, how you doing? I'm good.
So Arnel, what is your favorite Journey song?
My favorite Journey songs, the obscure ones.
Just one. Just one.
Just
song.
one?
Just what is your favorite all-time Journey song?
Why can't this night go on forever? That's one. Is that? I love.
All right.
I just love it because you know why? Because there are a lot of times that I'm such in a bad mood, and then I would listen to that song, and then it would make me remember a lot of good times with my friends or with like an ex-girlfriend or what, and then it would just quickly make me smile, and then and make me realize I've been I've been in that state for the whole night, and I was just like glorious. If you know what I mean, it's like it has transcended me into another into another place and time, and it's like, and then so that's what you gotta listen to the song, and then the first words it would say is like, lost in twilight, the memory, you know, precious moments, you and me, and then it starts there, and then I'm in another place.
I'm starting to get the song, Arnella. Can you finish it?
We've been old friends all through the years. Picture postcards, you and me. You know, what's in ours, there's never time to say. Needed to know, lovers don't fade away like a photograph. 'Cause time won't erase. Why can't this night go on forever? That's it.
Thank you, Arnel.
You're
right.
welcome.
So again, thank you, Arnel, so much for your
You're
time
welcome.
and for
I'm just
allowing us to
honored.
be.
You know what I mean? I never expected you guys to, you know, to give me this huge opportunity to be a part of your, you know, a part of your life there. I mean, I'm just so surprised because the moment, the day that I think it was like a month or 2 months ago, Yule session, he told me about it. It's just like, what did I do? What did I do to deserve this? I was like, you know, I was just singing out there, you know, rocking out, and then just trying to represent, you know, the flag of the Philippines, and you know, just trying to you know, to make sure, you know, to keep the hope alive for people like me, who's been kind of like hopeless for you know, for the past 20 years, you know, just trying to do my stuff, just getting very passionate about it, and then, you know, suddenly, you know, Neil Sean found me, and then, you know, suddenly those hopes, those wishful thinking became a realization. So, you know, became a reality. So it was just magic, you know. So thank you really so much for this opportunity. I'm in disbelief, you know.
Well, so are we for today, and to Liberty, thank you for helping us intro this, and to everyone. I mean, Arnel, I think when you come back to San Diego, all of us.
I'm surely gonna be, you know.
We'd love to do, you know, a dinner, a Kamayan style, whatever we'll help set it up.
Yes.
But all of us here are really proud of having you represent the Philippines, and we're proud of Philams and do what we can to promote the Philippine culture here in San Diego, and to do what we can to give back as well too. So thank you for being a leader in that.
Thank you. And Chris, I cannot. It's been itching me to tell you this. Chris, you remind me of my ex-boss in Hong Kong. Chris, and his name too is Chris. His last name is Nance. Chris Nance. Really, he's like you have like very, very, you know, the face. It's like, yes, my God, you could pass as almost as his twin brother. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyway, thank you so much. The guy, you know, Chris, he's the one who gave me the opportunity again to, you know, to at least how do you say that, to get back on my feet and, you know, get myself again, because before he hired me, because me and my wife is kind of really struggling with life already, you know. We would do anything. We would sell lugao, if you know lugao. Goto, you know, we would sell that, the bola, just to be able to augment the my income, you know, so we could provide for ourselves and for my, you know, for my kids. So that's how we started. And then Chris came, and then he called me up, and he said, "Hey, I got a job for you in Hong Kong." So it was that saving, and then journey. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arnel. And thank you, everybody.
What an honor.
Bye.
What an honor.
Wonderful.
San Diego rocks.
Woohoo!